Hi, I'm Stephen Holder here with Rick Stroud at Buccaneers camp. Bucs in pads for the first time this afternoon, and that brings us to a very important point in this camp. Arnie Morris is going to start to scrutinize some of these position battles, Rick, as he mentioned this morning. So I think let's take a look at some of these, right? Right tackle is going to be a big one. What do you think happens at right tackle in your opinion?
Well, you got Jeremy Trueblood, of course, coming back after signing that 3-year contract, and James Lee, who actually won the job when Trueblood was out with an injury. I'm going to say it's Trueblood's job, and the reason I say that is because they re-signed him, a 3-year deal. I don't think, they have some money invested in him. Also, you have a new offensive line coach, and Pat Morris thinks this man-blocking scheme will favor him. I could be wrong. Do you like James Lee in that one?
I do like James Lee, but I do think the investment there is in Jeremy Trueblood. This is a business. I think we all know how that works. So James Lee's really going to have to outplay him, I think, to get the edge there. Let's move to nickel cornerback. That's a position we really haven't thought about, but we've got two young players there who are up-and-comers, Myron Lewis, E.J. Biggers. What do you think? I'm
going to take E.J. Biggers, but by a slight margin. Myron Lewis is a third-round draft pick, played some football last year when Aqib Talib was injured. Big, long, slender guy with some coverage abilities that he showed. But E.J. Biggers is a guy that's actually done it on the field, and he played a lot of nickel last year, had to start at times, and so I look for E.J. Biggers. You can make a good argument, though, Stephen, that it could be Myron Lewis.
Yeah, Myron Lewis, I think, is a guy who is ascending. I think we're going to see a lot of him in the years to come here. But I think for right now, for the reason you outlined, I think E.J. Biggers is the guy. And Myron Lewis would have to prove them wrong for that to change, I think.
Well, let's talk about, third down running back. Because, that's a position where, obviously, Cadillac Williams was here last year. He thrived at that after failing sort of as a starter. But now it's kind of back to square one.
Well, yeah, and Greg Olson told me yesterday, he says right now if we had to play, it's Ernest Graham. They're going to try to take the fullback off his plate and get some other guys up to speed there. But Craig Lumpkin is a guy who's going to get some cracks at it, and the thing is they don't play today, so they have some time to play around with this. I still think Ernest Graham is a guy who's kind of got the inside track there. Trust was a big word that Olson used, and I think that's always key with him. That was key with Cadillac.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a little bit of a tip-off there.
And a big part of that, too, will be if Eric Lorig can play fullback, because I think if Ernest is going to be on the field, he can't be on the field for 3 straight downs as a fullback for 2 and then as a third down back. So you're going to have to get some help from Eric Lorig in that position.
Yeah, and then the position that we'll be talking about quite a bit throughout this preseason, and I already have, is middle linebacker. Tyrone McKenzie, a little bit of a veteran. Hasn't been here a very long time, but it's been in the league for a couple of years against the young rookie Foster.
Right.
I think the long-term plan is for Foster to play right now, though. Do you think he's ready to step in and win this job?
Well, we're going to find out when the pads come on. I think that's when you'll really see Mason Foster jump up. But I'm going to declare, the St. Pete Times does, way months in advance, that Mason Foster will be the middle linebacker starting on opening day against the Detroit Lions, because I think that's what they believe he can do. He's shown nothing to the contrary. He's a quick study, 240 pounds. That's the guy that they want in the middle of that defense. And, Stephen, it's tough because Tyrone has done a lot to put himself in that position, and right now he's running with the ones.
Yeah, he has. And you know what? He's the guy who has the command of the position right now, certainly more than Foster, so you've got to give him an opportunity.
Sure.
I think Foster would really just have to outright fail, coming out of the gate for McKenzie to be the guy. That's no indictment of McKenzie. I think it's just the way things are.
Sure.
They invested that third-round pick, and they had plans for him from day one. So that's kind of where we are. So anyhow, if you're coming out to camp this afternoon, you've got lots to look forward to. Stay tuned to TampaBay.com for more updates.